fight with Moldav, the Earth King, and had begun uh, relaxing and resting themselves after a difficult fight, waiting to cure the feeble-minded seer. They went back to the material world. There, they saw the aftermath of the fight and all the refugees that were to brought back to the material plane. There, they were given a small house to rest for the night. They made food, bonded, and generally were able to relax a little bit after a difficult encounter. After that, they bid goodbye to Charo and Zircon and the rest of the individuals that they had met so far in the Earth Elemental Plane and who they had actually worked on saving. With this done, they decided to head back to their home, Coltherstone Hold. Traveling across the kingdom was an easy task. They encountered very little in their way and were able to stop by at Stanton, get more alcohol and other things like that. And generally had a nice long journey to partially get to know each other. Uh, so if any of you wish, you can write in the fireside chat or pick up where you, if you wanted to have some role play during your journey, you can go ahead and do that. But the party was able to make it to Coltherstone Hold and met up with the half-orc family that they had hired to fix the place, the Mandalay Construction Company. There you see the two orc people. The older one, Walco, who seemed to have given the business over to his younger son, Kana, both of which are half-orcs. And as you all approached, you see they are flanked by two guards. One seems to be a human, possibly. There's strong traces of many other lineages within themselves. There's elements, maybe a half-elf, maybe a little bit of half-orc in there. They're very mixed. And then you see another half-orc who seems pretty strong, well-armored. You do see that both of them have scrapes along their armors, like they've seen some conflict. And the human male does have his arm currently in a sling, as it seemed to have taken some more serious damage than the female. And as you approached and began a short discussion, they told you that you just missed some other person who had arrived. Some Dalton Wendelin, whose name is familiar to most of you. And after hearing that they had shown back up while you were not at the hold, you were going to sit down and be told the story of the appraisal for the house, the entire manor and estate, and additionally, maybe what Dalton Wendelin wanted.
Okay, quick question, Graham.
Yes.
For the level up HP, when would I average it or roll again? Is 3, like, just keep that?
What's your constitution modifier?
What?
What's your constitution modifier?
1?
Then it's 4.
Yeah. So I only allow rolls of ones. So if you just take it and add your con mod.
Okay, so I just leave it as 3?
3 plus your con.
Yeah.
Oh, so then it would be 4.
Plus 1. Yeah. So that's average, if you would have taken it.
Yay. Ooh, my sneak attack has gotten better. I love this.
Yeah. So the individuals in front of you. The person speaking right now is Kana, the younger orc. So, if you follow us, we'll take you to your dining room, I guess, and we can sit down and discuss there. He kind of looks around at you all, seeing if you're all up for that idea, or if you just want to discuss in the foyer.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Okay. Follow us.
I shall follow them.
Yeah. They begin walking their way down a portion of the hold that you all didn't really travel to the first time. They take a seat at this long dining table. You do see some of the fairies are poking around. Stretch them a little far. Moving around, flying in and out of the windows. You do see that Gale is actually sitting at the table. In fact, they are sitting on what used to be a small candelabra that has lost all of its candles and now serves as some sort of fey seat. So this is
I love him.
Put yourselves
in. I love him.
Okay.
I love Gale.
Oh, good. I'm losing you to a fairy.
Maybe.
One of the little mushroom men who was present during this little initial conversation goes pop pop as he begins walking his way towards the main almost like living chamber, the one with that used to hold all the very tall mushrooms that you fought that strange mushroom creature that now seems entirely cleared out. And from just a brief walkthrough of this place, it has been well cleared, and there is lots and lots of newfound space as the plants and vines have mainly just been cleared up. So, you all can move your tokens to this table, wherever you want to sit. I don't think it lines up perfectly.
Token? Token. I will sit as far away from Siren Gamesh as possible.
Oh, rude.
She's scared of you too.
Why? It's not like Sears threatened you.
Right.
We'll just
She
stand
hasn't.
at the end of the table.
But she's scary.
So you'd rather sit next to the fairy?
Yes. To be quite honest, Siokia thinks she could best the fairy in a fight.
I mean, that's fair.
You do
Yeah,
That's
see,
fair.
I found an actual decent token for the
Son of a
fairies, if I can
bitch.
show it.
Token for the fairies. Token for the fairies.
What's it again? Shift Z, yes. So this is kind of what they
Oh
look
my
like.
god! That is amazing!
Adorable. I love that Gale has turned a candelabra into a seat, considering he used to be a light himself.
Right.
I mean, he is still pretty much a light. As you do walk, you do see fairies flutter to and fro. In fact, you do see, looking out the window as that one fairy flies out, specifically, actually, I believe it's specifically Siokia's point of view, you see a pack of small fairies flying at great speed, seemingly chasing some sort of flying thing around. And then they disappear from your view.
Are we aware that there are fairies chasing something outside?
I'm sure it's fine.
Pop, pop.
Yeah, look at that iPad.
Pop, pop. Pop, pop.
You see one of the little
Just
mushroom men
gargled.
who, like, you almost ran into in the hallway, kind of has just followed you into the room and just stands for maybe about a few moments and then starts walking away as the conversation gets started. So there's a lot to talk about. You have any questions for us first? Or where do you want us to start?
Just get right into it.
Okay. I'll just start from the beginning then. We showed up just on time, about 5 days after we talked with you originally, Seer. And it all went well. We searched the outlying town, inspected many of the buildings there for at least a day, then came to the manor itself. We were introduced to the Mushroom Man as he kind of looks at the Mushroom Man who like walked away from the space.
Yes, they're lovely.
Did that fix it?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, y'all were hearing my music.
Oh. It's like from there, we explored the rooms that you showed on your map. We avoided the basement for the most part. The offshoot section really isn't foundationally important, I don't believe, but we really didn't touch that section of the basement. The main part does have foundational issues, but there is almost like a recess wall that is strong enough and is still holding together, so really it's just a brick repair job, honestly. Searching all the other rooms, we found some things that might pique your interest. There is a secret room that I don't know if you know about. He kind of points down the hall. My father found it. You see the older half-orc figure. Yes, I was playing around with your painting of that lovely woman, and I seem to open some doorway. It can be opened any time. I can show you later. But from what we found, it seems an interesting little study. Yes. Other than that, the room he points behind you that you didn't have on your map is the kitchen, which all of your mushroom men and your fairies refused to go into. That room is evil. You hear Gale chimes in.
How is it evil?
It's just repulsive. I can't physically go in there.
Okay.
Mushrooms and fairies hate cooking.
No, there's just a stench.
They despise it.
It's horrid.
Well, I'll be sure to check that out. Was anyone else able to go in there?
We were. We didn't notice anything. Actually, the kitchen's pristine. There's no damage. There's really nothing. It's perfect at this point.
Mm-hmm.
None of the plants seem to have invaded, so really, no issues. We went upstairs down the side staircase up there to the more servants' quarters. Two of them had been cleared out by your fellow minions, people, your servants. Yes. However, there was one room they refused to clean. Looks towards Gale. There's a bunch of bees in one of the rooms. We didn't really want to disturb them too much since there's a lot of them, but if you really want, we can move the bee colony.
It's just a bunch of fucking bees.
Yes, it's just a bee colony in your home. They make good honey,
Well,
though.
okay, well, it would probably be best to relocate them outside, right? Like,
Just punt kick the beehive outside.
If you
I
can
wanna
tell us
talk to
move
the
them, we
bees.
can, but if you don't, we haven't moved them yet. We cleared all the evil plans, but that's what we did.
I can move the bees.
I feel like it would just be safer for the bees if they weren't inside where all of the people are gonna be.
Yeah. No, I can get the bees to move.
Oh, I'm sure we can. We're good at that. Gale looks towards
If you light a torch and smoke them out, you can relocate the hive and they will return to it.
No. I'll just talk to them.
I can talk to them.
You're gonna talk to bees.
Yes.
I feel like you overestimate the intelligence of a bee.
I'm with her.
They don't seem like the most fit for conversation.
And even if they are, do you really think they would be politely persuaded to leave?
I believe the best option is to milk them out and then let them live outside.
I'm gonna trust the fairies on this.
Okay.
So, whatever the fairies feel is best. I don't really know that much about bees.
Then I'll actually go and alert the other fairies that we can move them out now. We were just waiting on your go-ahead. Do you have a specific place you want them put? We can put them in the back somewhere. There's an old shed that's still planty.
Where do you think they'll be happiest, I guess? I
mean, if you want to farm them eventually, we can put them in the shed.
Yeah, we should put them in the shed then, yeah.
Okay. And you see Gale kind of stands up on the little pedestal. I'll go alert everyone else. And flies off.
Okay, thank you!
Okay. They've been a good help, generally. We really haven't dealt with many other creatures here. But he kind of takes out his map and shows it to you. I'm unveiling all the other rooms in the hold. He describes them as... I can do this as well. So, each room has a number with a description of what it is, if you so wish to learn. But essentially, the rooms discussed, most of them you've already seen and know about. The three rooms over on this side of the map. So, over here. Just get those up. 26 is the butler's room.
Wait,
Kano describes that when they tried entering, birds flew out of the room, and it currently is still filled with bird droppings, but the birds have been relocated.
Go to the far right of the map.
Yes. So this map contains all layers of the hold. All three floors. So 26 is the butler's room. 27 is the maid's room. That is teeming with bees. And that is currently the room that still has some plant life left. And then 28 over here is the cook's room. He says that there are some remnants of bedding and shelving left. Some of it still has items in it. We haven't really touched any of it. But most of the furniture will need to be replaced. Pretty much in every room. Also, every window and every room also needs to be replaced. Then he kind of points to two other locations on the map. These two up here were also not on your map. One is a closet. There was some sort of fungus that attacked from that room, and the entire room is coated in purple paste. Absolutely ruined. That entire room will need to be replastered, everything. 17 here is, it's actually windowless, and it serves as a latrine, we assume. That's where we had an issue, and he kind of points to the other guard. Forgot to introduce my guards. This is Tico, the one with the sling, kind of nods his head, and Maz. They've worked with me before. Tico was exploring that room specifically, and opened up the bench and wanted to see what was in it. And we personally don't know what happened, but whatever was on the inside of the bench disintegrated part of his hand. Just so you know.
Whoa, damn. That sucks.
That is quite unfortunate.
So don't stick your hand in the bench. Personally, we can probably refit it, so it's not as old of a wood, not as nasty, but I'm not taking it apart.
I wouldn't expect you to.
We'll just have to figure out what's going on with it.
Or we could just destroy it.
I'm assuming,
Yeah, mate.
seeing as it is the latrine, it vaporizes whatever goes into it, so I assume latrine things.
That would make a lot of sense.
We're talking about searching room 21, which he'll reveal on the map as well. That one hasn't been cleared by your mushroom men or fairies, as there's some entity still living within it.
Right. Carnwood in that one.
Yeah,
Didn't he say there was like some flower girl in there?
that's what we saw from what we could tell.
Yeah. Probably go check that
That
out.
room, all the furniture would still need to be replaced. It really doesn't affect anything.
Oh, baby.
Other than that, we did go to the basement a bit, looked around. Really, we didn't go past room 33, which we've marked here.
We know what's going on in the basement.
I figured you, since you had already gone there, I figured you did. Other than that, really most of it was discovered by you all. We really didn't loot anything else or take anything. All the furniture is still yours, except it's all broken. You'll probably need to buy whole new furniture sets. And that's where we get into the cost.
Yes.
All the windows need to be replaced. There is foundational issues in number 15, which he points on the map over here, which is the almost I really don't know how to describe this particular room. Just almost like a living room. It seemed to be where large things were put. It's not really a dining room, more for like dancing, parties, events. You bring people in. The tree that's grown through the fireplace, that'll need to be fixed. It has caused foundational issues. That entire section of the house will probably need to be renovated. Other than that, the ceiling and roofing is damaged. There's a section of hallway between 16 and 23, kind of points on the map, that seems to have suffered some damage and will need to be replaced. I would suggest replacing the entirety of the flooring for the second floor. most of the support beams have partially rotted. The entire roof of the hold needs to be replaced. Half the rooms upstairs have holes in them. Full on holes. And apparently something was living on top of your roof. It was taken care of, but the eggs and the nests that were made destroyed a lot of that. Shingling and everything. Your entire roof needs to be replaced.
Or we just have new roommates.
Even if we have new roommates, we have no roof.
I
Okay.
feel like it's an equal trade out, okay?
Also, I'm so sorry if y'all hear just like this high-pitched whistle or whatever. I don't know what it is, but my dog is just shaking right now.
It's all right. I don't even hear anything, so.
Yeah.
It might. I only hear. It might not be something my mic picks up.
Pretty good. Other than that, surprisingly, the house is well built and partially still stable and standing. All in all, the repairs for the hold, I'd put at 250,000 gold pieces.
250,000.
That's with the foundational issues of the fireplace that has set a lot of that room askew. As for the town itself, tear it down, rebuild it. It'd just be far cheaper than trying to repair that entire town.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about the town itself.
Yeah, really, there's not too much there. Really, that's all I have for the hold itself. Is that price really is where it sits, and it would be higher if we had to import items, but a lot of the wood the house is made of came from the surrounding forest, and the fact that the garden is so overgrown and kind of points behind him throughout one of the windows, it leaves a lot of it to be cut down just to make the garden workable again. That'll save you on a lot of the costs, as the wood's already there.
Mm-hmm.
So we can just chop it down and get fixing, I guess.
What's the payment plan gonna look like?
That's up to what you can afford at the moment. Personally, it'll probably depend on what we're fixing at that time. We can take issues one at a time, if you wish, or we can set up a full payment plan of just a certain amount per month. The estimated time for this to be completed, I'd give it a year. We have to redo the entire roof. It'd be a decently long project, but we'll get done.
Why don't we do problem by problem? That way, in case there's any problems with payment or whatever, you guys are still paid for the work that you've done?
That sounds fair. So where would you wish to start then?
The foundation.
Foundation. That might take a little bit more time. We do have to get stone shipped here, but Nim's not too far, and their quarries are always good. So we'll get some stone shipped in. Foundation itself, to reset that, I'd also throw in the basement, just fixing up that certain other wall. Essentially any stone project, I would consider foundation. It'll put you back 50,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
do not have 50,000 on me.
Okay. Well, how long do you think it would take you to get that?
Let's see. I have no idea. It depends on how much I get paid.
Out of character, how long would it take to get 50,000?
50,000 gold pieces is a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
Let me just see.
At this point, I'm thinking it might be cheaper to just do the work myself.
That would still require hiring people and getting the items yourself.
Alright, I'm gonna be AFK for a minute.
So how long would it take to get 50,000?
Well, it depends on what you do. You do know that your ship often makes its own money. So typically at the end of every month, you make 5d20 GP. So you would roll for that. So 50,000 with one ship would take a while. It's not the most lucrative business. You do know that adventuring and how much money you've gained just by killing things, you'd have a better time just traveling and looting monsters you've killed or big bads you've killed. Like that, the treasure room that the Dow had certainly has a lot of money in it, still left untapped. And just selling magic items or procuring more and then selling them would probably be your best bet.
Or we could open a business. Who knows what it is, though?
Yeah.
Yeah. But we can't get into the Dow's treasure room.
We can get in, but we just can't get out.
Exactly.
Well, technically, I can. I mean, I can open the portal if I want to. They can't really stop me.
When we have like the portal master on our side.
It's like I'm kind of the key.
Well, let's see. So the ship makes how much in a month? Then
He said it was 50,000 for the foundation, right?
yeah. I guess I'm going to turn to my group and I'm going to be like, how long do you think it'll be before we kill something that has 50,000 gold just kind of laying around?
Well, seeing how long we've been doing this in total, I wouldn't say it'd take forever, but couldn't really give you a time limit.
Maybe like 6 to 8 months?
Probably. I'm pretty sure that's doable. We'd actually probably have to go out looking for... We had to be a lot more strict on actually gathering coin at that point.
Yes, that's not wrong. And I'm sure we could always ask the paladins if there are any pests we could exterminate for money.
Right. I mean, I'm not really the financial expert or anything like that, but we do have connections for potential revenue, I suppose.
Oh, speaking of connections, do you think we could get like a discount
from the rocks from Nim because we kind of, saved their whole town.
What kind of rocks do you need?
I don't know.
I mean, that's just a long way to go to get rocks.
It's quarried stone. It's what Nim does.
I mean, you can always ask Charo, see what she would say. But I'm pretty sure they would be willing to help in some way. I mean, it is a mountain. Bound to be a lot of rocks.
True.
He was he mentioned Nim, not Zem.
Oh, Nim!
Yeah, he mentioned the Gnome City.
The Gnome City, Nim.
Which is a place you've also saved before.
Exactly.
That's what I was talking about.
Sorry. Run back. Like,
We saved Nim's entire, shit.
exactly. Again, that's next to a mountain, so again, you can always ask. I mean, you have the capacity.
We should definitely ask Nim if they'd be willing to throw in a bit of a discount. The poor contractors listening to this conversation. Just do you think they'd give us a discount because we saved their entire city?
I mean, kind of owe us, supposing. And I mean, I can help with any excavation that's necessary. Now, for the foundation. I go towards the window.
Okay. Which window?
I guess one of the ones.
Right here.
I go over there, then I go near it.
Okay.
And I'll cast wait, do I remember how tall the window the ceiling was? How high the ceiling was from the ground in the basement? Like, how tall are the walls generally? Are they about 10 feet?
Yeah, about that.
Alright, then I'm gonna cast Wall of Stone and just kind of have like a line of walls go down. What about walls like those? Will those do?
I mean, we're not really building new walls. We're repairing the old ones. The one in the basement is just bricking that up. The one with the fireplace, the tree within it buried through the actual foundation.
Right.
And has cracked it, allowing water to spill in. The fact that there isn't a sinkhole in that part of the house yet, it's probably a miracle. The tree seems to have only grown for the last maybe 100 years.
Alright. Then I'll drop the walls.
There is damage. It has to be repaired, or there is probably going to form a sinkhole, as it's just eroding away the actual stone underneath. We were just going to essentially put blocks of stone up it, and
right,
using wood and stone, just essentially seal it as much as we can to deny any water entering in, as well as lifting the tree out of the fireplace and just essentially resetting that whole block of the house.
Alright. Well, removing the tree I don't think is going to be too much of a problem.
No, moving the tree shouldn't be that much. I mean, maybe to chop it down originally, but it's kind of an awkward angle. The fact that it grew in the fireplace to begin with, it's bad luck.
This place had a lot of bad luck, so...
Yes, it truly did. So, how about this?
What is the cheapest repair you can start on now, and I will work on getting that 50,000.
The cheapest repair right now. Trying to think.
Hey, Graham.
Yes.
I gotta bounce.
Oh, okay.
But I will see y'all next week. Bye bye.
Okay,
Have a good night.
everything's all right.
Yeah.
I'd say the next most cheap thing is the fact that you have so many trees is probably fixing the ceiling. Oh, and some of the other floorboards. But just tiling the ceiling would probably be the next cheapest.
Okay, and how much would that be?
I'd put it at 30K.
So we can start on a payment plan for that then.
Sounds fair. My father kind of does most of the payment stuff, and you see the older orc, Walker, kind of says, I'll take you aside once we finish up the discussion. There is one other thing we've yet to mention. The other individual who showed up here.
Yes.
Dalton Wendelin. Now that I fully remember his name. After we got here, we began exploring. We explored most of the place at that point. Really, it was only 2 days ago that he showed up. All of your creatures hid. We didn't see them for an hour, 2 hours, and then we heard a knock at the front door. That's when we saw him. He seemed surprised by us being here, honestly. We talked for a bit, and I didn't like him. Honestly. But we talked. He said that he was looking into this place with another person, another buyer. And that they were going to repair it themselves. Seemed surprised that we were here. Asked who we were hired by. I didn't mention your name. Just because I didn't like him.
Did he say he did or didn't?
He did not. He did not give out your name.
Well, I greatly appreciate that.
He was very curious, though, and eventually he told us that he left something in the basement. They just wanted to check on it. From when he was last here. So we let him down, we followed him down. And he went into the one side chamber that there was the damage on. Then walked into the far back room with the strange coffin. Seemed disappointed again. It was kind of late at that point, so we let him stay for the night. He camped in a different section of the house. It's just... It was weird. I didn't like him. I can't say much about my father. And he kind of looks to Walker. I didn't like him either. He just was eerie.
Yes, I haven't met Dalton myself, but I do have reason to believe that he is not an individual many would like upon first meeting, or any meeting.
Early yesterday, he left. Um, before he left, he did say something about some chair in the house, if he could take that. Told him no. That this house is being renovated by another party, and I've seen the deed. He didn't have any proof that he knew this person who was renovating the house. So I said
What
no.
chair do you want?
He wanted, I think it was the chair in the study. Just don't know why. Just said, "Can I have it?" And I said, "Fuck off." But he left. We haven't seen him since. And once he left, that's when we saw your companions for the first time. Your mushroom men and fairies returned. Gail told me that she saw him once before, and there's a weird feeling that they get about him. Which, I'm glad I listened to the context clues, and I'm glad he's gone. But,
Yeah.
if you know him, please tell him not to return. Just...
I do not know him, and if he returns while I am here, he will be in for a nasty surprise.
I bet. Well, Seer, I think my father's going to, talk with you a little bit more about the actual cost of this and all that stuff. Dad, if it's okay, I'm going to take the guards and we're going to pick up some of our stuff and move it to a different spot. This house is yours. You can do whatever you wish. If you want, you can clear out the lady upstairs who's taking over the master bedroom. If you wish to take care of that. The bees, I don't know if you want to deal with that or explore it to your heart's content. I'll be back. And he kind of stands up. You see the two guards stand up as well. They give you a nod as they all three of them walk out.
I nod back politely.
You see Walko gives you a look as he sits across the table from you, Seer.
Yes.
So, you want to see that secret room I found?
Sure.
He kind of stands up, begins walking over towards here.
Why is this yellow?
Why is what yellow?
Might as well.
I move my thing and I right click to drag across the board, and it creates a yellow ruler.
Oh.
Oh, you right click? Yeah, you right click. Yeah.
But I don't know why it's yellow.
It's always yellow. It doesn't. Oh, yeah. I think when you do it that way, it is always yellow. And then if you do it, I think it's like that with Q and everything too. If you press Q when you're holding your token, that's how you do the little like the specific path tracking.
Okay. So, he takes you.
When I write, moves the screen.
Yeah.
You have to be holding your token.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
also
it's-
still moves the screen when you do it. It's kind of broken.
Oh no! Oh no! Like when you hold your token, you click it once, and then you can click it again at each individual tile, and then it's path tracking.
So, he takes you. He takes you to that corner portrait that you originally saw when you first entered the main part of the hold, the first time you came in. There you see the familiar painting of this lovely half-elven woman in middle age, somewhat regal bearing, and she wears a lovely dove-shaped choker encrusted with pearls that I believe Fairdeer has.
Yup.
And then the brass plaque beneath, you see Richilda. I was playing around with the wall. I was looking at the dimensions of the house. And this spot right here, it's off. It's a very large support in what shouldn't be a support. I was playing around, testing it, and I discovered something. And he kind of goes up to the portrait. And as he like kind of swings, he takes the edge of the portrait and swings it open. It does actually seem to be on hinges, and he kind of pulls it off the wall partially, and goes up to the wall itself. And you see that he kind of pushes on the wall, and it pivots, and he pushes open the stone wall, exposing a small chamber that's about 10 feet wide and goes about 25-ish feet. It seems to be some sort of strange, almost like storage room hidden off in the house.
Would you look at that?
You do see that lining the walls near the back of the room are two large sets of bookcases, and directly past those is a circular object almost carved into the flooring. Additionally, there are bunches and bunches of large bolts of fabric lining the room.
Okay, that's odd.
Yes. It seems like whatever this room was used for, it was turned into a storage room at a point. And there's... Oh, that's a terrible guy. There's 24 bolts of fabric in this room. I didn't really enter too much because I saw the strange glowing circle on the floor, but it seemed interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And there was another room you all never found.
Yes.
So yeah, you see this little room. Do you want to enter it?
I do, but I don't. Yeah, I'll enter it cautiously.
Okay. He kind of steps aside, and you have to almost step right past the painting and over these many bolts of fabric. And there's a lot. There are a ton of bolts of fabric in this room.
Okay.
Yeah.
This
So,
first is first. I want to inspect this circle.
okay. Make an Arcana check.
Can I also look and see if I recognize what it is?
Yeah, make an Arcana check as well then, as you step into the room as well.
25.
25. Let's wait for Faradir. Both of you have seen objects like this before, or have at least heard of them. Stepping over the bolts of fabric, this seems to be almost like a small hidden wizard's study.
Amazing.
And that circle on the ground most definitely is a permanent teleportation circle carved into the wood.
I knew it.
Sierra's
I am in heaven. Okay. I guess next thing's next. I'm gonna look at these bookshelves.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Can I help her with it?
Sure.
Fair, dude. That's a nat 20.
Faraday likes magic stuff, you know?
Thank you, Faraday, for getting a nat 20.
Looking
Hell yeah.
through these bookcases, it seems that time has faded many of them. Even in this small, secluded section of room, there is still damage. The plants were all-encompassing, and water has leaked in and ruined many of these books. And you do see titles of different mages, and these seem to be books about magical theory, magical crafting, and there are all sorts of different titles. It seems whoever built this specific room was of some powerful arcane persuasion. You do find in one of the back books, it seemed to have survived some of the water damage. And you pull it out, and specifically, let me get this going.
This is insane, guys.
Right. You got your little wizard study.
I do. I wasn't expecting this. This is amazing.
Yeah,
I can't wait to get.
It's a very small room.
No, the messed up part is like when I was looking at the map when we first came here, I was like, "There's got to be something right there. It's just a random hole."
Yeah,
None of you,
yeah.
none of you investigated the painting.
We
were busy at the time.
Okay?
Yeah, we were busy at the time.
we were a little bit preoccupied with the vampire in the fucking basement.
Man, don't you hate it when you buy a house and there's a vampire basement?
You know what I'm saying? Bring
Buy it.
I wish I'd known because it would have brought down the property value. I could have got a better
Yeah,
deal.
stuff like that always brings down the property value of the whole neighborhood.
Free.
It took blood. It took blood, sweat, tears.
I can't wait to get 250,000 gold.
So, the book reads, "Chain of the Diamond."
Okay, I'm writing that down.
How to escape Titania's wrath.
Oh gosh.
Opening it up, many of the pages are ruined, but it describes specifically a powerful warlock of the Queen of Air and Darkness and their struggle between their patron and Titania, one of the leaders of the Sicily court. Or the Sealy court, I mean. And it talks about all this strange fey magic and how there is an artifact called the Chain of the Diamond, which imbued powerful magics and almost contains part of it, the soul of the Queen of Air and Darkness. It describes this beautiful chain and its ability to grant the wielder much power. And in the very back of the book, the very last page, it contains what seems to be almost written in the actual pages itself, a spell scroll for Teleportation Circle.
And what spell is that?
Teleportation Circle.
Ooh. There you go.
What level?
It's a 5th level spell.
5th? I can learn that.
Yeah.
I'm pocketing that book. I don't have the stuff to learn it right now, but I will eventually, as soon as we get into rank 10.
And it's a strange book, and it describes the effects of this item, and with your investigation and just your passive reading ability, you get the sense that this is almost like a diary. You believe this is written by someone who probably wielded this chain of diamond. And apparently, you would assume that this person was a Pact of the Tome user, and Teleportation Circle was one of those pacts that was given.
You tempt me with powerful magic items.
Also, the Pact of the Chain of Diamond is considered a vestige of power.
Oh my.
That is a specific term used. Personally, you've never heard that term before. Vestige of power.
Do you seriously, Bram? Are you trying to tempt me?
Yeah.
I mean, you're not a warlock, but
No, I am not.
It's interesting knowledge.
Not yet.
The wizard bard warlock.
Could you imagine?
Oh man.
Yeah.
She's just like, yeah, I mean.
Different avenues of power.
gotta. You can't put all of your eggs in one basket.
Oh goodness.
But if she has it, then that means no one else can have it.
Okay. So as you're currently searching that room, Belric, you see 3 mushroom men walk up to you, attempt to grabbing your hands. What do you do?
I'm assuming they're not being like aggressive about it, right?
No, they're just like kind of reaching up for your hand. They're kind of small creatures. They're like 2.5 feet tall.
I'll let them grab it.
Okay. They begin leading you somewhere.
Initiation, bitch.
Yeah, it's time for your initiation.
Do you allow it?
Yep.
Okay. They will take you towards the stairs and take you up. As that happens, I believe actually this is the upstairs. As that happens, Senti, 2 of them seem to kind of walk up to you and they reach their hand up for you. Yeah, they seem to want to just hold your hand. They're like kind of reaching up for your hand, but they're too short.
Adorable. Turn into a mushroom man to match their height.
All you hear is like little, like almost like little bubbling pops, like pop, 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 pop.
Well, does she have the helm?
Yeah, and with it, you can understand them saying, "Come with us, initiation." Specifically, they will say, when they say initiation, the exact term of it is, what is the name of it? Ceremony of the Cauldrons.
I love that we are all canonically in a cult, except for
Okay.
Except for Gamesh.
we have all canonically committed the initiation of these mushroom men and are thus in their cult.
Yeah. So they take you upstairs, and to a part of the house you've not seen before. You see a large room filled with these little mushroom men, and as you both are kind of led in, they seem to like grow wide-eyed and begin almost like following you. And you enter a larger chamber filled with more and more of these little mushroom men as they all start filing in. They head to the edges of the chamber, almost like they're expecting some big event. And you hear lots of little tiny bubbles, almost like a wave of sound as all of these little mushroom men begin to murmur. And you see one walks up to you, seemingly carrying some sort of staff. He goes, "Hello," and speaking in common as you two are led into this chamber. "I am the shaman of our people. You have been brought here for the cauldron ceremony. Do you accept?"
Is it dangerous?
"No. But you would become our friends."
In that case, I'll do it.
I love them so much.
"That is wonderful to hear. And how about you, fair mossy creature?" Okay. You nod. "What does that mean?" Ooh, no.
Oh damn.
Oh no, smoke detector. That's why mine.
Our smoke detector's been going off, apparently. So I pushed the little button and it screamed at me.
Been there.
And now it's like my ears are seeing spots.
Was that like the chirping I heard?
Yeah.
The batteries might be low.
They asked, what does that mean? Almost like they don't know what that social cue means.
What social cue? Nodding?
Yes. Oh, before that, they asked if you wanted to participate in the cauldron. The ceremony of cauldrons. Oh, that is wonderful to hear. I will now introduce you to our hetman. And he kind of turns his head towards another mushroom man. This one is different than the rest. Whereas the rest seem to have these almost like red caps on them, this one has a beautiful blue cap. Seems to almost be the leader of these mushroom men. "Fellows, thank you for accepting us and willing to join us in this cauldron ceremony. I will ask you one at a time to come up to these 3 cauldrons." And he kind of steps back a little bit, revealing 3 small little kettles that are almost like surrounded by mushrooms and like sat on into the floor itself. You may choose 1, 2, or all 3. You can choose how many and in which order. But you must at least have 1 to be one of our friends. And even if you just drink a single one, you will be our ally for all eternity. Now, which of you shall go first?
I guess I'll go first.
He kind of nods his head to you and steps back away from the cauldrons. So, there are 3 cauldrons here. Let me get them up for a second. trying to get the actual cauldron smell and look. So the three cauldrons that you see in the far off center of the room, around right here, there is a black cauldron, there's a copper cauldron, and a steel cauldron. As you walk up to inspect them, the thick, the one in the black cauldron seems to be almost this thick gray substance. Just whiffing the air in its vicinity, it smells strongly of fish, and reminds you of gruel served in your army at points when regular food was scarce. Additionally, like poor orphanages or even prisons. This just, it smells like that. It looks unappetizing but palatable. In the copper cauldron, the liquid is red and chunky, and it smells almost like burning leather. And in the steel cauldron, there is this milky white fluid in the dented steel cauldron, and it smells like honeysuckle, though it has a very slight oily film at the top of it. Makes it a lot less inviting. So, which one do you want to partake in?
I will drink from all three.
All three. Okay. You take a sip, a deep gulp from the black, the copper, and the steel cauldrons, and you feel a strange sense tingling your body. You can now cast the spell Compulsion once. You can only do it one time, but you have that ability now.
Yes, is it like a time limit on that, or?
Nope. Just for the rest of the campaign, you for one moment can cast Compulsion. I believe most people have gotten that one.
I think I'm the only other one who had it. Wasn't I?
I think someone got Anti-Life Shell.
I got that.
I think that's what Inferior
Okay,
got.
so that's what everyone. Okay, so that's what the majority of everyone else got, was Anti-Life Shell. Now, so two current people have Anti-Life Shell, and two have Compulsion. Senti, you are kind of welcomed to enjoy the cauldron experience. Which kettle do you go to? Mind you, the black one has the thick gray substance that smells of fish. The copper one has the red chunky one that smells like burning leather. And the steel one has a white, milky white fluid that smells like honeysuckle, but has a film on top of it. Silver and black. Okay. I assume you mean the steel and black. Okay. So you head to drink out of the black one with the gray substance and the steel one with the white milky one. It's kind of, for both of you, it's a gross experience. The black one just seems to taste purely of almost like if you've ever taken like fish oil pills. That's what it tastes like. Just you're drinking it. I'd say yes, they do. And the red one for Belric tastes almost like that one's actually probably the most palatable one. It almost tastes like how to describe it, like a spicy tomato soup with like chunks of just full-on mushrooms in it. It's weird. And the last one with the white milky fluid tastes kind of like milk. If you put some honey in it, which would not be unappetizing, but then you also put like Cajun seasoning in it, which kind of throws it off, gives it a strange just mix. It's very weird, but you suddenly feel a almost surge within you, and on the plants on top of you. You gain the ability to cast one time transport via plants. So yeah. And just note, it is one time, but it's a very powerful spell. And it is definitely the best one you can get. So yeah, with the ending of the cauldron ceremony, as you finish the last sip of the steel one, there's a moment of silence among the mushroom men. And then just a loud wave of bubbles popping as they all go into a fury. They just begin almost ecstatically jumping. All of you in the home just hear this strange sound upstairs of and wood creaking as they are just leaping over each other, so happy. And then 24 now mushroom men charge both of you as they just give you the biggest group hug you've ever experienced. Yeah, and that's the cauldron ceremony. As you two are now allies of the mushroom men. And now they only have one enemy left.
Technically, Tsuyoki is here.
Oh yes, Yuki is here.
Yeah.
She was a little far away. She didn't move towards the door.
Yeah.
She hasn't ventured out yet. Watch, they're gonna approach Gamesh this time.
But yeah, you hear this loud experience happen. And then the two of you are... sorry?
Do Sir Mabeki and Faraday recognize what this is?
It sounds familiar. After the large group hug, you see the mushroom men begin splitting off, seeming satiated that you completed the trial. Most of them going back to their own rooms. And the hetman kind of walks up to both of you. Congratulations. Is there anything I can tell you about the house? As you are now our ally.
Well, is there anything real dangerous in this house?
Not anymore. They really the only person is the flower child. She's not too dangerous. She can be talked to. She just really just wants to put you to sleep, honestly. Yeah. I mean, if you are put to sleep, it can be dangerous, as she will try to turn you into a living plant. But I mean, that's life.
Ah, okay.
It just be like that
Noted.
sometimes.
We have talked to her though, and she seemed somewhat okay with, not doing that. So you see, he tries to give this like almost little tiny mushroom smile, um, but it's clear he doesn't have teeth. So it's just empty mushroom mouth. It's kind of strange. Anyways, you are now our friends, and welcome home. If you ever need anything from us, let us know. We will fight for you and die for you.
Oh, well, thank you. This
Yes.
was an experience.
The only one we won't fight for or die for is the tall man.
Oh, have you not done this yet?
He refused
Gamesh,
to.
the tall man.
Wait, this is so funny. Wait, this is so funny that they refer to him as the tall man because Karn was here.
Yeah.
I thought they were talking about Karn.
No, he's the tall man that didn't do it. Karn was the tall man who did.
The mushroom men know two tall men.
Yes.
The one who
That's
did
all they know.
didn't.
Karn even made it simple for him.
He really did.
Yeah.
But yes, the tall man vexed us. But now you, new tall man, have helped us. And you, tall, you have helped us as well. I thank you.
Tall.
You tall. Hey, Siokia, how does it? Not Siokia, shit. Hey, Senti, how does it feel to be re-specied as tall?
Tall.
It doesn't really know what species you are. Also,
Is that your?
it doesn't know your gender, so it's not going to assume.
There's no gender, sex, species. Tall.
It just it knows height. That's its only classification.
I love these things. They're amazing. I love them so much. Is that your gender, tall?
Tall until you're small.
Siokia, and not Siokia. Shit, I keep saying Siokia and not Senti.
They both start with S's.
Too many S names in this party.
There really are.
Anyways, Senti just turns into an ant.
My pronouns are tall.
Oh no.
But unless there are any questions, I must get back to my important works. And you see the headman kind of walks back over towards the corner next to the cauldrons. Kind of sits down on the big old mushroom that he kind of decorate the room. They're not living mushrooms; these are more like stationary ones. Kind of just sits down on top of it and starts ripping out little pieces of mushroom and like munching on them. He just sits there. The shaman kind of looks at you. Let the hetman enjoy his comforts. I can escort you two out if you need. Little shaman.
Oh, that would be lovely.
He kind of walks you towards the door. And you do see that they are... Most of them just seem to hang out in this weird mushroom room. And from what you can tell, due to open doors and such. There are 3 specific rooms that have been colonized by the Mushroom Men. So yeah, but you're let out into the hall.
Oh, as they're leading me out, can I use Divine Sense?
Sure. What specifically does that look at? Again.
I think it lets me know if there's any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of me.
There are no celestial fiends or undead.
Oh,
Except for yourself. I don't know. You're probably not a celestial fiend or undead.
But maybe.
You
Or
could be.
am
You could be. We don't know.
yeah, who knows?
takes off the armor. Just has an open rib cage.
It's just a fucking skeleton.
All right.
His big backstory is finding the necromancer that brought him back.
Fix this.
Yeah, you I guess actually from the shaman himself, you get a little sense of celestial, actually. Like he is almost harnessing a little bit of celestial power. But other than that, most of these little mushroom men seem fairly plain. You really don't discover any undead natures.
That's good.
Yeah.
I hope.
So back downstairs, Seer, you're eventually, the older half-orc eventually talks to you. And essentially whatever type of payment plan you want to do, he is comfortable with. So you can easily do like a 3-month thing where you get 10,000 gold in 3 months, if you so wish, or even extend that out to 6 months or 9 months to pay for these specific repairs that you are trying to do right now.
Could guess the best plan.
Wait, so the deed includes the town, right?
It
Yeah.
does.
If you wanted, you could sell off some of the land. You don't need to use all of it.
I could.
Or you could sell off plots in the town.
Yeah, plot. Yeah.
Yeah.
What would be probably more economical would be renting.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That's just an idea.
Post advertisements and rent.
And then make it pay for itself.
Yeah, I could rent. I could rent off plots of the land, just as like basic plots, not as homes, so it wouldn't be that expensive. But
Right. I mean, this would be a good logging area.
yeah, I could definitely. I could cut up the land into little plots and rent off pieces of it.
Just thought I'd throw that out there before you made any decisions.
That's true. Oh, question, Graham. How much would each plot of land be worth in renting?
I know that's way more than you were expecting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't have an answer,
Excuse Graham while he calculates market value of land real quick.
Basically, like it's like, do you know? Like, I guess the main thing is how many acres comes with this.
yeah.
That's the main question. Is you need how many acres you have first.
Doesn't every DM know the exact amount that each acre of their entire world is worth?
down to the copper.
Yeah.
Don't you have that memorized?
Don't you have like a chart somewhere?
Or it's like my entire interpretation of DMing a lie. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come out with such a complicated finances.
I guess like the thing is like I just would have to have an amount to charge per month that would be
Make like a
profitable.
history check.
Oh God.
You're good.
Another one?
You're good at these, though.
No, I'm not.
This is to
With
determine
advantage, you
whether
are.
or not you know the rough estimate of the land's value.
Is this you determining whether or not you have to figure it out?
I have an idea in my head of how much this estate would normally cost.
Sell a cup of soil. A cup of soil. Look at you.
25.
Almost an natural 20.
Thinking
No, it's
about
not.
it.
I thought you had advantage with your glasses.
I did. My history is a 25.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
it's a 19 plus your features, so it was almost a natural 20.
Yeah, the natural 20 was my investigation. Which is
Oh no,
how
I said it was almost a natural 20.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard it's a nat 20. I was like, no, it's not.
I wish.
I hope I can tell my colors apart.
So, based on research you've done in the past and generally what you think this estate is probably worth, the estate itself, the land itself, it's probably not as expensive as the actual house was to actually build. You estimate that the land the whole estate is on is probably worth only 15,000 gold. And it is a sizable piece of land. It is a whole town. Let me just take you
Yeah, so renting would definitely be the go-to rather than selling.
Yes, renting, definitely.
So I could maybe rent like
Or you could go into business with someone and have actually like a business that's running, so you get a cut of profits.
You could see if there's like oil underground or something.
I would say that the entire estate, that meaning the entire land that is owned by this single hold, and the deed that you have, is probably around 5 square miles.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
it's not bad. I could charge maybe how much per month would rent be for a plot of land though? Like 10 G, 10 gold?
It would depend on what the thing that's getting kind of built on it would be then.
Yeah.
If it's a homestead, it would be a different price than if it was like a place for production.
Yeah.
And the town was fairly small. It was built around the lake. But there were buildings that seemed more industrial, like fishing outposts and small little trade places. Others seem to be normal homes.
Yeah, so I could rent out a mixture of just kind of like homesteads for some people looking to start up a business. In
Yeah.
fishing specifically.
We could start a brewery.
We could start a brewery.
Or we could open up that brothel.
Oh God.
I mean,
we could.
oh no.
That's a little much.
What do you feel about
Gosh, wouldn't care.
being in charge of a brothel?
It's all about variety. All right. Anyways,
So you can decide either later on. I'll give you some time to think about it if you so wish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that we didn't really fully flesh out. That's
Yeah.
I need to think about all the different business ventures I can head into.
Yeah. I mean, fishing is definitely a big one. You experienced one of the fishing storage places in town.
is there but like with from our guess, would they have just been fishing in that pond? Because I mean,
Yes.
and
And it wasn't really a
okay.
pond. It's a decently sized lake. Not as big
Okay.
as. Oh. It's not the biggest lake. It's not as big as like the Lake of Rail, which you saw.
Right. Yeah.
When you're in Rail, but it's sizable. It's a couple miles,
Can
and the property does own it.
Right.
Can I just say, I really truly hate this because from what I'm seeing, the most efficient way to make a lot of money over a span of time would be prostitution, but specifically fake prostitution, because Seer has phantasmal force. If people just agree to fail their checks, she can give them whatever they want for an entire hour. Like, that's so.
I mean, if you want to create Las Vegas, you can.
Take 5 points of pleasure damage.
You kill every commoner. If they take any damage, they would die.
Well, I wouldn't give them damage unless they asked for it.
Unless that's what they wanted.
The old soldier comes in.
Give me the hardest stuff you got.
But like, here's the problem. That'd be incredibly profitable because it wouldn't even have to be just prostitution, but they could look like anyone you want.
And honestly, with the renown that we currently have, you can charge extra.
Exactly. I could
You're more of an escort at that point.
Yeah, I could make. And like the best part, Seer wouldn't have to do anything other than cast a spell.
Yeah.
That's it. Just boom,
that's
spell.
We'll have to discuss that.
Now, you have that to decide how you're going to make the money. How the payment plan's going to work.
All right. So before we get to all that, we can figure out what we're telling this guy.
Yeah.
You can just tell him, like, they're going to be staying here for a bit longer. Like, it doesn't have to be today.
Right. Okay.
You can easily tell them the next day when you have had time to think over it. Because 30,000 gold is a lot of money to a normal person. Like, it's a lot.
It's a lot of money to us.
Yeah. Like, you get the sense that these are probably capable builders. With, like, passive insight, this is probably going to be the biggest project they've ever done. Just fixing up this ancient manor. Because they probably, like, built homes in the city, built apartments in the city, built shops. This is a home. This is a manor. This is big.
Yeah. I'm very upset. Oh, I'm so upset. Okay. I'll look at the guy and I'll say, okay, why don't you give me the night to think it over so I can process all of the money-making avenues I have at my disposal.
That sounds fine to me. I'll talk to you in the morrow. We're staying in the family room.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, and you're left to do whatever you wish. You can explore the other rooms you've never seen in the house, or really do whatever.
You want me to go check on this flower spirit or whatever?
I will join you.
Then I start making way towards the master bedroom.
Okay.
As will I.
It is room 21.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We're on.
It is all available to look at.
We know all about the manor now.
Yes. You even know about your your closet that'll disintegrate things.
Our latrine.
Yes.
You're right, the latrine.
Okay.
Ignore how crazy my path here was. I was having some trouble.
You're good. So, you head up the stairs, open the door, and the room reminds you of how you found the house the first time. Now, the plants have been ripped out of the windowsills, and it's somewhat normal now. This room is still very wild. Vines grow in through the windows with beautiful roses peeking out across them as they have just torn through and sunken themselves into the walls. This room is destroyed as these vines have just crawled along the floor and the walls and the ceiling. It is afternoon. So, you see a strange creature currently standing in front of one of the windows, allowing the sunbeams to shine along itself. As it turns quickly to you, you notice that it is petals and flowers and vines and just this strange plant-like creature just kind of makes eye contact with you all as it sees you entering the room.
Can I wave politely?
You wave politely and it kind of raises a few fingers back, kind of does a little hand motion. You hear the voice, "Hello."
Oh,
You okay?
we can't hear you if you are saying anything.
Yeah. I would assume technical difficulties are happening. Interesting.
Okay. All right. Then I guess I'll just leave for now till
Okay.
she gets it squared away.
So you see this small.
Oh!
There you are.
I thought you were going to say something.
Wait, what do you mean there I am?
Oh,
We
like
couldn't
did you
You
hear
start?
said you
you.
were talking and like it wasn't working.
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't know y'all were talking to me.
Oh, because like the little flower sprite or whatever was talking. I thought you were about to say. I could have sworn I heard your voice. Then it, like stopped.
Oh, I just said hello.
Oh, okay.
You
Never
see
mind.
that little flower child just kind of looks at you and goes, "Hello. How are you?" You both begin to smell a very sweet smell emanating throughout the room.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
What are
What's
you
your
doing
name?
here?
This is going to be very awkward, probably, but she's kind of the owner of this place.
Yeah, just checking out what was going on in here.
Oh, I've made this room my home. And you see she kind of like presses up against a part of the room, like the large mirrored section, kind of puts her hand on it and goes still. And for a moment, you don't see the flower child anymore. You just see a flowering plant. Like, the second she just stops moving, she looks natural, like a normal plant. And then she begins moving again. And the almost humanoid qualities seem to show themselves once again. You can tell that if she didn't want you to see her, you wouldn't be able to.
Okay. Well, if you're fine with us just living in the areas around this room, this can still be your home.
I can move if you want me to.
You
I
don't to.
I told the tall man that I would.
Probably talking about Karn.
Yeah, I figured. You don't have to move as long as you're fine with us just kind of like being in the area.
Would you be?
I don't really want to
How?
kick anyone out.
Yeah, and
How would you-
honestly, it might get a little loud over the next coming time. Trying to fix it
Yeah.
up.
There's going to be a bit of construction, but like I said, I don't want to kick anyone out.
Would I
I know
still
what it's
be
like
able
to lose
to?
home.
Would I still be able to eat as I normally do?
How do you eat?
How do you eat?
Like this. Seer, Gamesh, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no!
These were the wrong people to do this to.
It's just hey, we did good. Just 27.
You feel like a sense of laziness begin to fall over you slightly, but you're both able to resist it, and you're not put to sleep.
All right. Yeah, that might be a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, so that's not gonna fly. That's what we're not gonna do.
So, wait. What was about to happen?
Oh, I was about to put you to sleep. You would have peaceful dreams as I pollinate you.
Pollinate?
Yes,
I'm
I would turn you into me.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
yeah, you can't do that to us. Sorry.
That's mean.
Yeah,
I guess I'll move out.
uh-huh. Yeah, sorry. We just really don't like being pollinated.
I get it. Makes sense. I'll just go catch some fishermen.
Some fishermen?
Yes. They're very tasty.
You mean like the ones from the town that way?
Oh no, the elf ones. To the north.
I mean,
if that's what you want to do.
yeah, I don't know anybody up there, so go for it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, good luck.
You see she begins walking towards you, towards the one window. Hops up into the windowsill. Turns back. I promised Treasure that bookcase. That case over there still has stuff in it. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Hops out the window.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought we were gonna have to kill her.
Yeah, so did I.
But she was nice.
Yeah, I appreciate her not pollinating us.
That'd have been very. I don't even want to think about what that would have meant. Let's see what's in this bookshelf.
Yeah, let's go. Let's
It's not actually a bookshelf. It is a wardrobe.
look
Oh.
at
Hey,
I,
probably make sure any and all Flora is out of this room in case she comes back.
yeah, we're gonna, and besides, we're gonna want to check for any magic that might have been left by what's his name? Crap. What's his name?
Dalton?
Dalton. There we go. Dalton.
Yeah, we are definitely. We should also check out that chair you wanted.
Yeah. We got a lot of stuff to comb over.
Yes, we do. Let's start with this wardrobe.
And I go to open it up.
Okay, you pry away the vegetation that has almost choked this wardrobe, carving into its features. It appeared to be a once very beautiful wardrobe, and currently is the only thing in this room still really standing. Everything else has long been overtaken. But prying away the vines and other debris, you open it up, and there are some interesting contents within. You find a long winter coat, seemingly made of feathers and some sort of strange, almost like white and black fur. You can make a history check to see if you know of any of these items as well. You find 3 simple but lovely cotton dresses, a pair of glossy riding boots. You do note that in the heels there's a hidden compartment containing that are able to contain a few items.
Okay. All right.
A hat box containing a feathered and colorful hat. And a blue velvet cape.
Okay.
That almost seems to radiate magic.
Can I cast Identify in a minute on that cape?
Okay. Just identify.
So far, yeah.
I would say you also notice that the hat, with your trained eye, seems to have a glow to it as well.
All right. I mean, I'm Ash do whatever he wants to do first, but that's my plan: is to just cast Identify on as many of these objects in this closet as I feel necessary.
Okay. All right. Can you list out the items one more time?
Yeah, I can actually post them.
All right. Cool.
I'd say even with a 10, you've probably heard of the creatures that I mentioned in its description, so I'd say it should be fine.
Ooh, out there, fair and feathers.
Yeah. It's kind of nice. And then a hat box containing a feathered and colorful hat. So, you're identifying both items then?
Yes.
Okay.
Virtually, so I'm not spending any spell slots.
Take 10 minutes. Which
20.
Item do you do first?
Let's save the coat for last.
Okay. The cape. So you do the hat box first. This is a hat box containing a hat of protection.
Ooh.
It serves as a ring of protection, but as a hat.
But it's a hat.
Yes.
Okay.
It's this very nice, feathered and colorful hat. And then the other item, as you do the cape. This is a cape of protection. However, it is cursed.
Ooh.
It imposes a -1 AC and a -1 to all saving throws. Once donned, it can only be removed by a remove curse spell.
Wait. It's a cape of protection, but then it gives a -1 to AC and saving throws. Isn't that kind of counterintuitive?
Yes, it is a cursed cape of protection.
So it's basically just a cape.
So wait, what does protection do?
It gives you a +1 AC and saving throws.
The name of it is the cape of protection, but it's the opposite version of protection. It is just the -1 and -1.
Oh, never mind.
Yes,
Well,
it is a cloak of protection, but it is cursed.
Okay, well, for for Faith, what a protection item typically does is a +1 to AC, then +1 to all your saving throws.
Yep.
So I thought this was just giving you like a neutral. I was like, so it's just
Nope.
a cape.
This is the total opposite of a normal
Okay.
cloak.
So they just have a hat that does the thing the coat is supposed to do, but the cape is just a fucking.
So basically, if you put both on, you nullify. You just did nothing.
Yes. That is exactly why they're there.
Yo, that's funny. That's. I was like, so it's just a blue cape. I was like, what?
Wait, did the cape and the hat match?
The hat is feathered and colorful, and the cape is blue velvet. So
they can.
I'd say yeah.
I'll quick imagine. I was like,
Someone must have really wanted to wear magic items with no effect.
Yeah, that's they kind of cancel each other out, huh?
Yeah. I don't understand why they.
That's
Why do you do this? What?
maybe it was a gift that wasn't supposed to be a gift.
Maybe.
You know, rich people always got enemies.
I guess, yeah.
All right, well, at least the hat is something.
Yeah, the hat's pretty good. I'm sure we can still sell this cape for something. Magic first or not.
Or we can keep it in case we don't like somebody.
in case we want to gift an enemy a really shitty cape.
Yeah. You know, peace offering, then it's not really peace offering. They put it on to kick their ass, you know. The 1-2 punch. But we still got this winter coat. You see that's owlbear feathers?
Looks like it.
Owlbears have some nice hides.
We could sell that.
Yeah, most certainly. Then
And the cotton dresses.
cotton dresses and a pair of glossy and these riding boots.
I feel like the riding boots could be useful. What size are they?
who can wear them?
Wait, and one of them has a hidden compartment. Do we know which one it is?
I'd say the left one.
So
It's like
which-
I'm guessing it's in the heel.
Yeah. That's exactly where it
Yeah,
is. So one of the heels
one of
can
the-
like be opened up and it contains a small hidden compartment. So you could store a small item in there. It's not really big, but
like a key or something. That's still useful.
Yeah, you never know when you need to hide something.
Who would those fit?
Yeah,
these
'cause these
seem
are
to have been
magic.
designed for some type of smaller humanoid. So probably anyone
Maybe.
5 foot to maybe 5'5"
Oh.
could probably wear it comfortably.
So
I'm 5'4".
so oh. So see her then. She's the only one they could.
Yeah, I'm the only average sized.
Yeah, it'd be too big for Mebehi to wear. It
And
was
too small for
designed
everybody else.
Yeah, it seems like all of these items are seemingly designed for humans.
Yeah, my Becky would be swimming in that thing.
Yeah, Mebehi would be swimming in it, and Faradir would be choking on it.
It'd be on her toe, let's be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
Especially if she got giant.
Ooh,
She'd just be like,
it'd be way too small. It'd be choking her if she tried putting most of these like dresses on.
she.
The coat, the long winter coat, could be worn by Faradir. So, it does like, it's one of the really long, fancy ones, so it does drape down on the ground. It's like you could wear it to a party, like a normal human could wear it to a party, and be, like fine. Faradir could just wear it. If she wants.
Does it seem valuable, or is it just like a nice coat?
Just a nice coat. I mean, you could try to sell these items, but
Yeah,
most
of course, yeah.
they're just nice.
Well, Faraday might want this coat. We should
Yeah.
probably hang on to these boots. They could be useful.
Let's be honest, Seer. I don't think anyone can fit them besides you, so that's up to you.
Yeah, but I've always let other people hide things on me.
Oh, yeah, I mean, for the compartment, yeah. But, I think that's about it in here.
Yes, where to next?
Well, Gail's dealing with the bees, right?
As far as I am aware, yes.
You want to see what's up with, the latrine?
Sure. Stick our hands in it.
Yeah, I don't want to lose my hand. Not to a toilet, at least.
Yeah, that would be a very embarrassing story, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
On the bright side, if we ever have somebody in here that we don't like, we could lure them in and then just dunk their head in it.
That would be something.
I could do that. I'm not strong enough, so that'd be kind of like a you or a Faraday or a Siokia type thing, but
Regardless, it can be made to happen.
yeah, just like a bait, and then you
Death by toilet.
death by toilet. Yeah, you drown them in acid, I guess.
Whatever it does.
Do we want to collect some of the other group members?
I mean, that's well, we know that damn it, Belric and Cinti are on this floor.
Yeah.
So would we be running into them by this point? I don't know. I'm guessing their ceremony's over.
What is Belric and Sentu doing after they are kind of escorted out of the mushroom lair?
Yeah, I'll probably just be heading towards the stairs.
Okay. So as you see Belric and Senti, you also see some of the mushroom men seemingly just are making their rounds around the place, just wandering now. But you do see Gamesh and Seer kind of walking towards one of the rooms in the place.
Oh, so they finally got you, huh?
It's a very useful experience.
Yeah, I would say so. Now we're friends.
Yeah, I suppose so. You want to check out the toilet? And I open the toilet.
I'm so sorry.
So, you open the door to what it appears to be a small room. It does actually have a window in it.
Ooh, a bathroom with a scenic view.
Yeah, it is kind of like a higher up window just to cast light into the room.
Oh, okay.
So it is lit. It is not fully dark, but you see a large, almost like bronze tub is placed partially in the center, kind of askew. At this point, it is very green. It looks very much like the Statue of Liberty, as it is just, it's kind of turned that color.
Right.
But you also see a large wooden bench that seems to have small circular holes built into it.
Mm-hmm.
And really, the room seems fairly empty other than that.
Okay.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna go up to this bench and I'm gonna touch the wood specifically.
Yeah, you touch the wood and creaks a little bit.
I'm getting.
It is slightly rotted. You can tell that it probably needs replacing, but it's not as bad as some other places in this house.
I'm gonna cast Identify.
Okay. You cast it ritually?
Always.
Okay.
And forever.
And you don't get anything. Seems the bench itself
Okay.
is not magical.
Okay, good information to have. Is there like a stick I can find nearby?
I have a torch.
You don't find a stick. You find like pieces of vine that are still partially in the windowsill.
Oh, well, Gamesh has a torch.
Hey, Gamesh, how do you feel about your torch being partially disintegrated?
I mean, I can see in the dark for the most part, so
Cool, and I still have the Gem of Brightness. Should we just stick the wooden part of the torch down the hole and see what happens?
that was my plan anyway.
Cool, glad we're on the same page.
So I honestly, I just slowly start to dip the torch into the hole,
Okay. How far do you
and
think?
then I'll let the torch go about halfway in.
Okay. Nothing seems to happen.
I pull it back out, and it's still fully intact.
Yeah.
And I'll grab it at like the very end, and I'll go all the way down until just my hands hovering over the hole.
Okay. You don't hear or see anything different.
I pull it out.
Okay.
Still intact.
Yeah.
Be organic matter?
Maybe, but I don't.
What's
Are
your
the vines alive? Are the vines still look alive, or are they dead?
Partially.
I pull out Lumberdoom and cut off a vine,
Okay.
and I and I drop the vine in.
Okay.
Is this where Gamesh spends?
The second
Playing with
as you
twists.
drop it in, it gets maybe about 5 inches in, and then you watch it goes as it just vaporizes, turns to atoms.
So organic,
So definitely a toilet thing.
definitely a toilet thing. Hey, well, at least you know where the crap goes.
It dissipates. It's disintegrated.
For the most part, I don't see anything down there. Wait, if I look into the hole, is there anything there?
Make a perception check.
No, because like if it doesn't get rid of organic matter, there might be something that's non-organic in there.
Yeah, that's why you have to make a perception check. Oh.
Oh yeah, I can't see so.
It's difficult to see. It looks almost like a small black void. It is kind of hard to see anything really.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
Well, I guess that's one mystery solved.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we're just gonna leave it here.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is one thing that doesn't need to be fixed.
Yeah, pretty good function actually.
Yeah, I feel like there should be a sign above it.
Don't
Know
stick your
what? That's a very good point. I'll I'll cast mold earth. Oh, never mind. It's temporary, I think. Oh, never mind. Changes only last for an hour. Never mind.
We'll work on that.
Yeah,
later.
we have time.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's going to be sticking their hands in this.
I hope not, otherwise they're weird.
I mean, that one guy from that one guard did stick his hand in it.
Well, they've learned their lesson. I highly doubt they're going to try again.
But yeah, and everyone else here heard about how sticking their hands in it.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it should be fine.
All right.
That weird chair?
I guess the weird chair. And that was the one.
Or wait, we should probably explore the rest of the rooms up here before we go to the weird chair.
I think we've been in the rest of these ones before, haven't we? When we were here the first
we
time.
definitely haven't been in the cook's room.
Ah, right.
Or the butler's room.
So we still got to go downstairs first. I think that's a separate stairwell.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's go downstairs, check out that weird chair, and then come back up.
Okay. Wait, the weird chair was in the
study.
Yeah, right.
So which one was the study again?
8.
Okay. We're gonna check out the chairs. If anyone cares to join us.
Maybe he'll go along.
Yeah. Basically, we just need to have we're basically just a home improvement TV show right now.
Yeah, we are.
That's all we're doing.
It's okay. We're on House Flippers. Don't worry about it.
House flippers.
All right, which was the weird chair that he wanted to take? I'll ask those half-orcs.
Okay, so you ask the half-orcs?
Yeah.
Okay. You see that they currently have set up sleeping arrangements within this main chamber where the mushroom used to be. And now you can clearly see that the large stalks have been almost fully ripped out. There is elements of damage within the floor where they grew through. But for the most part, it's empty. And you see they've put a couple bags onto the floor. You do see that the one human guard is currently... Essentially, he's sitting down next to one of these mushroom men, and you see the mushroom man just kind of sitting, goes pop, 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 pop. And you see the human guy goes, yeah, I get it. See he's smoking out of a large pipe. So he looks down at the mushroom man and kind of hands it to him, which the mushroom man just takes the large pipe in both hands, sticks it into his mouth, pop, 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 and returns it back to him. Clearly, they're having a good smoking sesh.
Apparently so.
Oh.
The mushrooms do it all.
They do.
But you see both of the orcs, half-orcs are there. The younger one kind of looks towards you. Hi, what can I help with?
Curious which chair Dalton wanted to take with him?
I assumed it was some chair in the study, I think.
Okay, but
you
you don't know which chair specifically?
No, I just told him no, honestly.
Well, there's not that many. There's only 2 of them.
Yeah, there's not many chairs left in the hold that are working, so I assumed it was the one in there.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to double check. I guess I'll cast. I guess we'll look at both chairs then.
Okay. So you head off into the study, which is number 8. Okay. This room again has been cleaned. presumably by the fairies or the mushroom men. The many spider webs that once dotted this place have long been torn out. Even looking at the desk, it is no longer the nest it once was.
This is where I went insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Where you obliterated a spider with lightning bolt. Yeah.
Fifth level. I killed my pop.
I know. I know.
Speaking of pop, it's on my shoulder.
Yeah. The chamber is available to you.
This is the first time the fairies or the mushroom men see Poppet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he was dead last time.
So if I had to guess, it's probably that chair in front of the desk.
Yeah, let's go check out that one first.
But he's just gonna follow the group.
Okay.
I guess I investigate this chair.
Did Becky look around for loot?
Yeah. Make an investigation.
Gotta keep that money coming in.
Are you just checking this room? Or because you've checked this room before, for the most part.
She's gonna check wherever it looks like it hasn't been gone through already. If it looks untouched, she's gonna look at it for the best description that I have.
So anything
Basically, she's rummaging through the house basically at this point.
Okay.
She's being quote unquote helpful.
Lifting up the cushions, you know.
Any loose change, yep.
Look
Find a
behind
copper.
There's in every single trash bin, make sure nothing got knocked.
A 12. Okay. Let's see. Just generally rummaging through the house. Would you go up the section of housing that you've not been to yet, or you just look through everything else?
Yeah, she'd go up there.
Okay. Really, you don't find too much with that investigation score of 12.
Okay.
The rooms seem clean recently, but there's not too much to them. There's no real big treasures that you notice. Really, the only things you find in the cook's room, 28, you find a set of recipe collections. Most of them are too ruined to even note what they are. But you do get one section, a page that bears the annotation called the award winner.
Interesting. Yeah, she'll keep that.
Okay.
Oh, it's a recipe, right?
Yes, it is a recipe. Specifically for the award winner. Forget where that is. This is the recipe for halfling 2-beet pie. 2 large beets, preferably from a halfling's garden, 12 ounces of shredded cheese of your choice, 2 tablespoons honey, 1 tablespoon mint, pie crust made from your favorite recipe. Roast the halfling beets for 45 minutes, then allow to cool. Add half the cheese to the prepared crust. Slice the peeled beets thinly and arrange in circles atop the first layer of cheese. Then add the remainder of the cheese. Bake for 20 minutes at 350. Drizzle the honey on top, then a touch of mint. Serve warm.
Did you make that up on your own?
Nope.
Oh, I was like, wow.
Yeah, you find the award winner. And it does remind you of one of the items you found in the vault, I believe.
Could I
The
Google
heirloom
that,
vault.
like, under the name award winner, and will that come up? Or do you need me to write this all down?
We put it in the chat on Roll20.
Yeah, I put it in the chat.
Yay.
But I will say
Thank
it does
you.
remind you of the specific saying award winner reminds you of the bronze medallion embossed with winner from the Midsummer Fest trials that you found in the vault. So apparently this was a family treasure.
Uh-oh. We make a bakery.
Additionally,
So many.
let's see. I think that's the only thing you can find, honestly, in those 2 rooms. I would also say, actually, in the butler's room, you find a few suits and white gloves that seem pretty interesting and kind of fancy. You also find a silver whistle. Yeah, but you find the recipe and clothes and a silver whistle in those sets of rooms. And now back on to everyone else who is investigating the chair. So what are you doing to the chair? Are you just casting a spell on it?
I want to kind of investigate it first.
Okay, make an investigation check.
If it doesn't seem like magical or anything, there's no it's not gonna do anything.
Right. I'll assist. I'll aid her.
Okay, yeah, make an investigation check. Yeah. 13. Okay. Looking at the item in the surrounding area, it's hard to judge if it looks really mundane. It has small little rips in it. It seems well worn. It's kind of hard to tell if this is even worth anything. Honestly, when you first entered, you thought it was worthless, and honestly, you kind of still do. I'm assuming this is the main chair, correct?
Yeah, the red one.
The red one. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it seems very mundane.
It might taste halfway decent.
By the way, Mepe, do you blow the whistle?
Should I?
Do you
When
want
you
it?
found it, did you blow it? Just a question.
I mean, Mabehi being dumb, she probably would.
Okay.
Just to hear if it made a noise.
Yeah, you blow the whistle, and for you, it's kind of soft. Everyone in the hold hears the whistle. Full volume. Like it's right next to you.
Oh, shit. That's loud.
Ow.
You also see that every bird, every animal that you could see out the window just immediately takes off. Like they could probably hear it too. And note, this is when she's on the opposite side of the house.
You know, if she's gonna blow it, Becky would actually take it if she's gonna blow the whistle. She's just gonna take it too.
I figured.
I mean, why put that much work into it if you're not gonna take it?
Yeah, I figured you would have taken it, just like blowing it as you like walked out of the room. And for you, it's just like a normal whistle, but for everyone else, they hear it full volume.
We become dogs.
Who the fuck has a whistle?
I don't know. But whoever blows it again is gonna regret it.
God damn. All right. My eardrums aside, you didn't find anything in the chair.
No, it seems. I mean, I could cast Identify, but it seems pretty mundane.
Is the other chair in here just like a wooden chair?
The other chair is like, yeah, it's just a wooden chair with what appears to be a small like insert to make it a little bit more comfortable when sitting upon, but it's fairly mundane.
There had to be a reason he wanted one of these chairs.
Well, we can look at the other chair.
Yeah. I guess we inspect the wooden chair.
Okay. Make an investigation check on it.
I'll help see her again. Your plus 8's way better than my +1. With guidance.
Oh, with guidance. That's what, a 3?
A D4.
A D4.
Man, I remember when I realized that Asif had guidance and then I started using it. It only took me like 4 months.
Hey, better late than never.
Now Asif's gone.
It seems, again, this chair is battered and fairly mundane looking.
Yeah, I
All
don't
right.
know. This doesn't,
I mean, do you sit in any of these chairs? Or are you just like looking at them?
I don't think I would have sat in them initially.
I wouldn't send them at first, but
I mean, if they're just chairs, I mean... So these are just regular chairs. I'll sit in the wooden one.
Okay. You sit down next to the table, bookshelves of ruined books behind you. You sit down.
Well, maybe he didn't really know what he was looking for.
maybe, but I doubt it.
All right, well...
In while they were asleep and just took it anyway.
Right. Call it.
Whatever it is, we can't do anything about it now.
Yeah. We still gotta check on those other rooms on the second floor.
Yes.
So,
Were there other... Oh, and the kitchen. We have to check the kitchen.
yes.
Right. This place is big.
Yeah, it really is.
And expensive.
Very expensive.
I still don't know how I'm gonna pay for it, but
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
So,
All right,
after
to the
only sitting upon the wooden chair, you leave the study, making your way towards the kitchen. Okay, the kitchen is unlike the other rooms in the hold. There are no living plants whatsoever. It seems empty, devoid of any other life, essentially. So, do all of you step in?
I go exactly where I'm at on the map.
Okay. Seer as well?
oh yes.
But he's gonna just be following the group again.
Okay. You walk into the room, and it's fairly normal. You see a large butcher's block. You see a double wide iron oven, insulated wooden chest, probably designed to store blocks of ice cut from the lake nearby during the winters. Dusty cookware. It seems like a mundane kitchen. Do you explore further?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll start at the chest.
Okay. You head over, move your token. Okay. Make an investigation check.
Okay, who wants to do that?
I'll do it this time.
I'll help him. Reverse it.
And guidance, which is a D4. Man, if we cannot roll investigation right now.
Looking through it, it's empty. These chests were used to store ice, and our ice in them is well past being frozen or even in
Yeah.
the water stage. This room is very dry, and you see the currently you're right next to like the large double oven that is kind of built into the wall itself. Yeah. Are any of you else moving within the room?
I'm gonna
heal.
like look and see if there's any food left in here.
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
So wait, where
What
are you heading again? Just so I know.
Are there any like cabinets or anything?
There's a shelf in this back corner, along with shelves underneath like the prep tables over here.
Yeah, I'd be looking through those areas.
Okay.
I don't like the way you're asking though.
Because something's gonna blow up.
I bet he would be looking around in the cabinets. For
Yeah,
snacks
that's a
too.
7.
We have rolled horrible.
He's in there as well. Seer,
Yep.
Belric, and Senti, where are you all at?
I'm inside, as I am on the map.
You're not going to move any further?
I mean,
There's
I
my
guess
good investigation.
I'll go over here.
Okay. Belric?
Yeah, I'll probably move in a little bit further in the room.
Okay. Senti, you step into the room. Make a con saving throw.
I knew it.
So no snacks.
Just make a con saving throw for me, please.
Oh man, it's probably like whatever plants go in here die. Doctor, you better roll some new stats.
Okay. Generally, you feel like a slight uneasiness, but you're fairly fine. With a 19 investigation from Mebehi, there are sacks and other such items, but it's been a very long time since this place has been inhabited. Everything in here is fairly rotted at this point. Nothing has really survived the test of time from what you've searched so far.
Yay.
As you're searching, Feridu, you turn around after your failed investigation. You just note that the moss on Senti just begins to start to wither, ever so slightly.
I'm gonna like step towards her. Are you feeling okay?
Senti, make another saving throw, please.
You are
It does feel very odd.
moving. And as I say that, I'll point at the moss that's starting to die.
Ah,
Yeah, I guess that's like will also be a +3 because I'm right next to her.
okay.
Oh yeah, +3.
And plus another one, I believe. Oh. Senti. You begin feeling more uneasy than you were before. In fact, you feel like something is hurting you. You only take 1 point of poison damage. But you're feeling generally uneasy and gross. You are considered poisoned.
Would you like to sit down?
This specific poison, not really. You feel like your connection to nature is what is being affected. It's not your physical form. It's the power nature is wielding that is being poisoned.
Would
you do know-
Faradir be smart enough to figure out what's going on?
Yeah, I'd say you can all begin seeing that the moss and lichens that cover her, they're dying in this room.
I think you should probably leave this room.
Yeah, get out.
You are able to leave, and as you leave, there's some relief that now you're out of this room, but still, there's this pounding in your head. Even though, you know, headaches aren't a real thing for you, there is a pulsing there that is uncomfortable, and it does not go away. So, are you all still searching the room?
Yeah, this time with a little more vigor.
What are you searching next?
The stove. I'll check the stove. Yeah.
Make an investigation check. There's also the butcher's block, which is actually right here.
Guess I'll investigate the butcher's block then.
Okay.
Can I start looking around for anything that might be like affecting plants?
Well, make an investigation check. Because really, there's only two entrances into the kitchen.
Is there like some bleach spilled somewhere?
Make an investigation check. as you're like searching the room. 6.
Oh, it's worse this
Yeah,
time.
you're looking around and you try like the like you try like the stove over here, nothing. Like you can't find anything. Belric, you check the butcher's block. The only thing you get is it's engraved. It's about 400 pounds, and it currently has the name Olin engraved into it. Gamesh, you open up the oven, and there is an item still sitting there within it. It seems to be some type of earthware crock, and it's just currently sitting in the oven. It's littered currently by this like heavy earthen lid.
I pull it out.
Okay.
Everyone back up, just in case. And once everyone's backed up, I'll open the lid.
And you open up the lid. Make a con saving throw for me, please.
There it is. Ooh.
You're able to resist. Your magic is tied to a part of Earth and nature, but it's more Earth, and you're able to resist whatever the effect this is giving off. Looking inside, it seems to be a mix of probably some sort of rotted food, what looks to be rot grubs as well, and even a green slime that has been baked. And just by the intense, not stench, but the feeling it's giving off, this thing kills nature. Just generally kills it.
All right. Well, I'm pretty sure I found the culprit.
What is it?
A delicious dish. And I kind of tilt it.
Should we just like, how do we destroy it?
I really don't know, but I don't think we should just toss it out. If it's affecting the stuff on Cinti, who knows what it'll do to the forest. And
yeah.
you want to take it to the basement? Until we at least figure it out what to do with it. The thing stinks.
Oh, if it kills plant life, we could probably use it to get rid of that weird moss.
Ah, good idea. All right, I'll put the lid back on.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Cinti, watch out. Make way. You don't need it killing any more of your moss.
Any more of you?
Any more of you. And I'll start making my way towards the basement.
Yes, basement is number 9.
Yep.
Entrance to basement.
And then it'll
So you
bring me
bypass
down.
Senti in the hallway. Senti, he's walking fast enough that you don't get another whiff. Just so you know, you are poisoned for the next 12 hours. Generally, as a non-physical being, you can't really, throw up. But however a Warforged would feel that type of sickness, especially within your magic, it's kind of gross. Like your lichen probably like leeches all this like liquid down your body, as like your fungus and moss is just like leaking out its innards across you. It's gross. Okay. But Gamesh, you run down the stairs. The secret door to the other side of the basement's still open. and you are able to make your way towards the unexplained chariot in your basement. And there you see
I forgot about that.
the brown
Yeah,
mold.
yeah, so all right. This is gonna hurt. And I kind of walk. I know I have to do the con save, but I'll get about.
Why don't you hand it to me? Okay.
Oh, sorry, too late.
So yeah, you the second you get within range, you're able to resist most of the damage, but you do take some as this is some
Heat is drawn
dangerous-
from my body.
dangerous
I remember
brown
it
mold.
draws the heat from your body.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm like, we could get rid of that. That'd be nice.
You only take 8 points of cold damage as you resist most of that of the damage that it gives you.
Ooh. And then I'll open up the lid.
Okay. You open it up. Are you doing anything else?
I'm going to put it down, and
Okay.
I'm going to hop behind the chariot.
Okay. You seek the safety of the chariot. And as you get behind the chariot, you look at the mold. Make a perception check.
Oh my gosh!
Or-
All my high rollers.
You watch the mold for a moment. You don't see it moving. You don't know if it's having an effect. How long do you wait?
I'll wait about a minute.
Okay.
40 hours later.
40 hours later.
You, within a minute, you see like elements of it looks like it could be dying, but this mold is brown. So
Right.
you don't know. Like, is it getting more brown? It's hard to see.
Damn it. I don't know if it's working. The mold was already brown.
Well, we can just leave it here and check back tomorrow.
All right. And
Make another con save as you try to leave.
yeah. I forget. Ain't no way for me to really just miss out on it.
Nope. Not when you spread it using fire.
Yeah. 19.
You do pass again.
Oh yeah, honestly, I'm not really too worried about that. I'm pretty sure I can pass.
21 halved.
So
10 points of
10.
cold damage as it just sucks more of the heat from your body.
As I kind of walk past, I just kind of rub my arms.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm all right. Just got really fucking cold.
How much damage did he take?
In total, I took 18 in total.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. I'm fine.
Are you
All right.
sure?
Yeah, I'm all right. Believe
I
me.
could heal you.
Nah, I'll walk it off.
So there's a mold problem down here?
Yeah, it drains heat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It is nasty.
Yeah. But I guess, like you said, check back on it tomorrow to see if the mold's still here. And I guess I'll just go ahead and put the little... Alright, well... Now that that's done... I guess, just the, chefs in the butler's room.
Guess that's the last thing you gotta do.
Alright. Let's see if they were hiding anything.
Bet he gonna mention the whistle.
She's not with the group right now, technically. She's,
Yeah, now, yeah.
She's with the group still?
And if you didn't go downstairs, you didn't go to the basement with us, technically not.
She's just gonna mess around and blow it again. I mean, she's just bored upstairs unsupervised, so she's gonna mess with her whistle.
Oh, my ears! Where the fuck is that coming from?
Yeah, just so you know, anyone within a mile radius can hear that.
Oh my gosh!
What the hell?
Gamesh kind of yells, "Who has the goddamn whistle?"
I can just like imagine Mabeki like not like hearing how loud it is and like whacking it on a table and blowing it again, trying to see if it works.
Oh no! Oh my gosh! Who has this goddamn whistle?
I don't know, but I am going to find them.
Sir, is there anything you can do? Can you make me not deaf at all?
If we cover our ears, does it help?
Oh, you can hear it within a mile. I mean, it helps you, yeah. It's just anything within a mile radius can hear it. So you'll still, like, hear it, but it's muffled.
What the hell?
Yeah, once she notices that banging it on the table doesn't work, she'll just put it away.
Alright. I don't hear it anymore. Blows it. God damn it. It's not working. Alright. I guess start with this room.
Let's look around.
Make investigation checks as you check out the room.
Okay. Just a normal roll?
Yeah, I'm rolling. Let's just roll separate each. See what happens.
Alright.
Oh, look. Look,
Yeah.
now we roll high, we roll separate.
28. So you are in the cook's room. Looking through it, there is really not much here. Everything is damp because of the shattered window. And most of the cookbooks really have no value anymore. Also, it's been looted. Like, you can see that
It's what?
it's been looted.
Been looted.
You can
Oh,
tell
looted.
that someone
Okay.
has taken something from here recently.
Who do we know that would go around looting stuff
Only,
recently?
if only I could think of one.
Yeah, I just can't
think of a single person.
Could Mabeki be like continually like just digging through the upstairs while they're downstairs? See if there's like anything.
We're
Yeah,
upstairs now.
Oh, you're upstairs. Okay.
Yeah, because there's 2 sections to the upstairs.
I thought you guys were in the basement.
We were.
No.
We were making our way through the house.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, she'll just be messing around in whatever room she's in then.
All right. Well, if she's been through here, I mean, what else really double checking? You know, she.
I mean, there's a chance she didn't notice anything
Yeah, true.
that was necessarily valuable.
Right. Wait, so are these 2 rooms connected? 27 and 28? Is that
27 and 28 are not. That is an error in the map.
Okay, cool.
Ah, dang. Yeah, there's a couple errors. There's like the door to the study is not there anymore. Like, I have there's certain things I still have to fix.
Where is 27 and 28? Because I'm not seeing
They're
them.
over here in this section. Here.
Oh, I see them now. Okay.
Very right of the map.
There. That'll take everyone to it.
All right. Well,
Oh, I have to have this way zoomed out. Jeez.
now that we checked that, I guess we can check 27.
Okay. Investigation checks, please.
Let's see how this goes.
Investigation. Investigation.
Oh,
Okay.
yo, like we had one set of good rolls. One.
Okay. Upon entering this room, you do see that there are a few fairies in here, as they have seemingly been clearing out the bees. You see.
Oh, right, the
This
bees.
was the bee room.
This is the bee room. You do see that vines still cover the place. It's a very narrow room, like nearly every other one in the hold. It teems with plants. Flowers are so thick that thousands of bees careen in and out of every open window from sunrise to dusk, carrying nectar and pollen back to their hives. You see that these fairies are desperately trying to speak with the bees and are desperately moving them out of the room as fast as they can. The bees don't seem agitated to an extent. They seem like they're in the middle of a busy move. Like if you've ever moved house before, they're desperately trying to get everything in order, and you see like thousands of bees are flying around every which way. Yeah. But you can search the room while this is happening. They're just moving.
I mean, do we see anything? I mean, if I'm assuming the bees are really the thing drawing our attention the most.
Yeah. Belric and Gamesh, you two are very occupied with the bees, kind of worried about getting stung and the like. Seer, you kind of push through, knowing that many of the creatures in this house seem to have really liked you, and you kind of push them aside. You can see that other than a uniform and a pair of rugged soled shoes, the previous tenant to this room really didn't leave much. However, looking in one of the shoes, you find a small glass vial containing some strange liquid.
Yeah, goddamn bees.
The red liquid in the potion continuously contracts to a small little bead and expands the color to the entire bottle, almost like this weird effect.
Can I cast Identify? I don't know what it is, and Identify has been very, very helpful.
Yeah, you can cast Identify. What you get is that this vial is a potion of diminution. A potion of shrinking.
Ah.
The reduce effect from the enlarge reduce spell for 1d4 hours. No concentration required.
Amazing.
But yeah, that's what you find in this room. The B room. Do you inspect 26 as well? After that?
Yeah, might as well go round it out.
Okay. Make an
We done did everything
check.
else.
Third time's the charm. Third time is the charm. Okay.
Look at you.
What the hell? That's like
wow. That's exactly what I rolled it for 28.
So you don't find anything of value in this room because you see that someone has already been here and has taken anything of value. But this room is littered with feathers and bird droppings that covers every single surface. And it's kind of gross.
Well,
no birds.
She's been here too.
Very thorough she has been.
Well, made our job shorter.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I guess we could just
reconvene with the others.
Yeah.
Okay.
Away we go.
Whee!
Where are we reconvening?
Near the kitchen. I assume like the dining area would probably be like somewhere near the kitchen. That's where everybody else is currently.
Belric. Actually, before you all leave, Belric.
Oh.
And Gamesh. Make perception checks for me, please.
Oh. Yowza. Ooh. I like that. Good, because I did horrible.
Okay. So, Belric, as you're walking out of the last room, the maid's room, the butler's room, the one with the birds in it, you're kind of disappointed because you really didn't get to find anything yourself. As you're kind of just like walking along, you happen to look down the hallway back towards room 28, and you notice something. Something small, kind of 7 feet up on the wall. Like a little tiny, almost like small little panel.
And what room was that near?
It's right here in room 25. Let me shift everyone to it.
In like the hallway.
Yes. Right here in the corner.
Ah, okay. Yep, I'll just say, I think I see some kind of panel. Might lead somewhere.
More secret rooms. Okay, then. Let's,
It's almost like this manor was made for you.
Yeah, that is weird.
It is 7 feet up, so a normal humanoid might have a little bit more trouble reaching it.
So it's about it's a foot above my head.
Yeah.
It's about like 7 inches above my head.
Yeah. Which one of you wants to press it?
I mean, you found it.
Yeah, that's fair enough, and I'll push it.
Okay. You push it. You hear tunk as the wall opens up, and there's now a hole right there as the wall slides in, and all of a sudden you hear pop 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 pop. As
connects to the other room.
yeah, there's a secret pathway now to this room, and you see the mushroom men kind of just look at you. Pop 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 pop.
I'll give them a wave.
And you see the many of them just kind of start walking through the doorway that has just formed in their room, and you see they start like partially dancing and seemingly excited. There's this new pathway.
These little guys.
Pop, pop, pop. And you see all three of them will go and hug you by the legs, Belric, as you've opened up a pathway in the house.
Not bad.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's good to know.
So you all gather back together. Laura, you said you were investigating, correct?
You're muted in case you didn't know.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Yes, he was talking to you.
Oh,
So,
what did you ask?
you were looking around?
Yeah, in the old wizard study. Let me get my map over there.
This one? The number 8 or the secret room?
The secret room.
Okay.
And I was just gonna see if there were any books I could maybe fix up and read.
Make an investigation check.
Oh, we know how well those have been going tonight.
Be positive. Be positive.
They've been kind of all over the place.
Oh.
These books
Would I get
are
advantage
ancient.
since my mom was a historian?
Sure.
Oh. It's not better.
These
It's
books
better,
are
just
ruined.
not by much.
The fact that Seer found a book with some writing left was a miracle. Water has seeped down the cracks of this house for centuries and has worn away this small private study very well.
Damn. And that's all that's in there is the 2 bookshelves and the teleportation circle.
Yes.
Can I read any of the runes on the circle? Do I recognize any of them? Like,
They
from
seem very draconic
things?
in nature. Very magical. Not really your cup of tea.
Did you say draconic?
Yeah, that's what most magical writing is done in, is draconic language.
Would Faradir know that Mabehi knows draconic?
I don't think Faradir would think about it.
I mean, we know what it is.
Yeah, that's good enough then.
Yeah, I was just seeing if I could, like, see where it's going to or something.
Would the runes be able to tell that, or is that not how a teleportation circle works?
I don't know.
Won't know till you try. But if everybody's done exploring,
Oh yeah, Mabehi is still bored. She'd probably blow her whistle again. She's not got anything to do.
who the fuck has the whistle?
You know, she'd just be twirling it around her fingers, messing with it.
Where's Mbehi now?
Yeah, where does
Kitchen still, I think.
But he's still in the kitchen. Would you go anywhere else?
Oh, then you would have heard Gamesh.
Sorry.
Then you would have heard Gamesh yell that then, because he came back down the stairs.
And then she'd probably stop and like put it away.
God damn it!
I love how the rogue got the annoying item.
Damn thing.
So, Mebehi, do you go anywhere else in the house, or you just kind of hang around? Oh, I forgot to mention if there's anything in the kitchen. Oh, in the dining room.
Hi, I was muted. She'd probably go sit down at the table in room 3. Because, it's just better than standing in the kitchen.
Yeah, you go over to the dining room. Make an investigation check.
Find old gum under the table.
I didn't even know
7?
gum existed.
Only a 7. Dang, that sucks.
Even to be fair, none of us have good investigations except for Seer. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so you kind of look around the dining room. You don't really notice anything. There's a weird shape underneath the dining table, but you think it's just one of the dining table's legs.
There's a monster down there.
grabs her by the leg, yanks her.
Yeah. So where are you all meeting?
I guess the dining room then?
Okay.
Table.
Yeah, you head
Chairs.
off to the dining room. You see Mebehi is kind of looking underneath it.
You find anything?
Nah, not so far. Just been bored up here.
How about up there?
Up where? I'm sorry, what did you say? You kind of cut out.
Yeah, my internet went out for a second. How about up there? And I point upstairs.
No, nothing of interest.
Do I believe her?
I don't think we believe her.
I don't think we believe her. You didn't find anything.
Nothing at all.
See, that's really interesting because we saw evidence that someone had taken something recently.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You wouldn't by chance have a whistle, would you?
Why would I have a whistle? I'm supposed to be sneaky. Whistle would just give me away.
Insight check.
Yeah. Can we...
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Here's the
True,
thing.
the whistle would
Here's
give a rogue
here's the
away.
thing. It's a player, so it's kind of based off of roleplay.
I don't believe her.
Well, it's true,
Fair
the
dear
whistle
is
would give a rogue away.
suspicious.
If you do have it, don't blow it anymore.
Wouldn't have a whistle, but okay.
All right. I guess we're done combing over this place.
If you want, you can do an insight check. I bet he make a deception.
Wow. My
She's good at
rolls are
lying,
so
though.
shit.
She's good at lying, though, so.
Yeah, she's hard to read.
I have advantage and +5. This is bogus.
She's very hard to
Wait,
read.
I have advantage?
I have advantage.
Oh, you do.
Yeah. Yeah, she's hard to read, generally.
The dice are cyberbullying me.
All right. right.
Think of it this way: when it comes to the truth, the dice might cyberbully you, but the dice for me cyberbully all the enemies we encounter anytime I sneak.
Yeah. Yeah. The game's rigged in Mabehi's favor. But um all right, well, I think that does it for searching the house. I don't think there's anything else to find.
Now you have to decide what rooms you pick.
Right, forgot about that. We do gotta
What do
pick
you
rooms
mean?
now. Because like who gets what room basically is
Oh.
What, like a bedroom kind of thing?
yeah.
Yeah.
Sleeping arrangements.
Ah.
This is your
Weird.
home. You own this.
I bet he's
Can
gonna
we
take
see
whatever
the
room's
mountains from
highest.
here?
Yes, you can.
Which side of the house would that be on?
We're in the mountains.
Well, no, we're in the forest technically, I think. Aren't we?
That would be on the
I thought we
back
were-
side of the house. So it would be any room that faces this kind of. Basically, if you're looking at the map, any part that's up to the top of the maps. So the house is. Yeah, so the top of the map faces west. So you'd be able to see mountains from there. This side of the house faces north. This side, the south side, technically faces east. And the south is where you entered from.
I mean, for the most part, there's mountains to the west, north, and the east, right?
Not the east. Not really.
Which direction are my mountains?
Your mountains are. Your mountains would be to the east, actually. They're just a bit further. In fact, you would know that Zarin and the mountains that connect into where Zarin connects into are directly east of you. Like, directly east.
Okay. Can I have this area?
Which one?
27 and 28?
Both of them?
They're tiny, aren't they?
Well, they're smaller rooms. There is a wall there.
I'll take 28.
All right.
I mean, I will say there are a few very large rooms. 19 is a suitable bedroom. 21 is a suitable bedroom. You could easily split 20 in half and have two really decent bedrooms. 26 is a good one. 28 and 27. Those are typically the server rooms, though. Additionally, if one so wished, you could turn the tower into a small room.
I bet he will take the tower.
Because there is the storage closet right over here that could be turned into a bedroom, essentially.
Okay, question. Is there windows on the tower?
Yes.
Excellent.
At least there were. They are all. Every window in this place is shattered because of long time. But you could.
Well, okay, there's technically an opening to the outside that is not a door.
Yes, there is.
That is like a perfect sniping spot if the house was ever to be attacked by enemies.
Additionally, if someone wanted, you could probably turn the study into a bedroom as well. There's lots of options there.
Quick question, which room is the tower?
Tower is number 14.
Oh, I'm on the wrong map.
Oh, sorry. 13.
Just the
13 is the tower. 14 is the junk corner. I don't know why 13 doesn't exist.
I would say 13. Where's 13 at? I was like,
Yes. Where's 13?
Yeah, some numbers disappeared for a bit. I don't know why. I had to rewrite, I think 11 recently. for this all over. Yeah, but the watchtower is in that section.
Oh, that's actually nice size for a Becky, at least.
Do you check out where you want your room to be?
Becky would go look at it, hers at least.
Make an investigation check.
Hey, look, another thing to fail at. That was right.
3. Okay, sounds good.
It's a 3 though. How is that good?
Yep. Well, actually, it's a 2 technically. So yeah, it's all good. You check it out.
Nice. I've probably missed the boogeyman in my closet that's gonna kill me in my sleep, but okay.
I mean, there's the junk corner, which is full of easels and mannequins and bags of clothing of no real value.
Wait, is that in 13 or is that just like
14 is in that little
14.
it's in that little corner.
That's the junk corner.
Oh, so then, knowing Becky, she'd probably start cleaning that out and like just throwing stuff out if it ain't got any
It's
value.
trash. I will say, Seer, make a history check for me.
Okay. It's a 14.
All the bolts of fabric that were in that wizard study that was turned into like additional storage. Each one is pretty expensive.
I'm sorry, what?
Each
The
one,
bolts of fabric.
yes. Each one is probably decently expensive. You could get some good money out of it.
All right, that's good.
Yeah, and there are 24 of them, I believe.
Nice. I'll write that down.
Actually,
Are there any that are like?
Huh?
Are there any of the fabrics like wintry type fabrics?
Well, there's the winter coat.
I know. I'm asking for a different reason.
Oh.
There are wools from sheeps. Drider silk, silver brocade, golden-hued elven damask, and others. Each weighs between 10 to 60 pounds.
God damn.
Except for a roll of white linen, that is seemingly weightless. Like it just seems to float when you leave it in the air. So
if Seer doesn't mind, I would.
Sorry.
I'd probably just like want to spend a little bit of time with some of the fabrics, and then so you can like sell everything else.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Make a history check, Faradir.
Man, oh man, I did not build this character around intelligence, guys. Even though I should have, because she's a rune knight.
Yeah.
You check them out.
That's a 6.
They're very fancy, especially the one that is weightless. Like it is lighter than air. Sorry, as light as air.
It's floating.
Yes, it is floating. I will say, Seer, each one is approximately worth 100 gold pieces.
And how many are there?
24.
24. The one that is magical, that is weightless, would be about 500 gold pieces, however.
That's 20. What? Wait.
That's 2,800 gold pieces right there.
Yeah.
And you missed out on it the first time. Okay. So, as you all are setting about checking out what rooms you might want to have, I have a question. Do any of you go and sit on any chairs in the study?
let me answer your question with a question. Would it occur to any of the characters that sitting on the chair might be worth it?
I mean, you saw Ganesh sit on the wood one. You never sat on the more fancy like leather one.
Is the study where the fabric is, or is that a different room?
That's a different room.
The main study is over here. Like the secret wizard room is here. So technically,
Yeah.
if I do this, this is technically 7, and then 8 is the actual study.
You know what? For the hell of it, I'll go sit in the chair. Just to see what happens. This is out of character decision, kind of. I want to see what happens.
I do too, but I couldn't think of a reason Seer would sit on that chair.
I'm gonna break the fourth wall.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
So you walk up, and you take a seat on that chair. One moment, please.
As I do, I'll have my bottle out and I'll put it on the desk as I sit down.
Yeah, it's a very comfortable chair. Make an Arcana check.
Oh, that's not what I'm good at.
17.
You sure? Are you sure that's not what you're good at?
You feel a hint of magic beneath you. Okay. Make a con save.
Oh, goodness.
10. 10.
Okay. You, as you sit down, as you go to reach for your bottle, you stop moving. As you're still. You are stunned. And you just wait there for a moment. And you feel like something begins to creep into your mind. As you hear a rune beneath you shatter. And you just hear, "Hello there. Tell me, who owns this home now?" And that's where we end tonight's session.
You
That's cruel. I mean, I don't gotta go that soon.
It's okay. It's at least something to look forward to.
Ganesh, how do you do that? How is it every time?
At the worst time, I'm good at Constitution saving throws. This
But every time someone wants to get into your mind, you're shit at them.
Well, he didn't get into his mind. He is just stunned.
Yeah, but like, still, Ganesh, are you that lonely?
Why think I went to the brothel?
Yeah. I will say also, there is other magic at play within the chair. Like sitting down, you kind of feel another presence. You think that something else was put in the chair, but the chair itself has something to it.
The chair is sentient. It's
a mimic.
Yeah. Oh no! Death by chair.
Oh my god.
Chair, yes. Okay.
Okay, like mimics are those things that are in the chest with like all the teeth, right?
Well, mimics are
more than just chests.
Yeah, what they are.
Like, it's a basic thing, though, right?
They take the shape of objects. They're actually shape changing. They can be different forms.
Yeah. They can there can be like mimic colonies too, where they impersonate like whole houses. It's weird.
Okay, so but they're not always known for like having huge fangs and all that.
No, they have the fangs and stuff. Yeah, that's how they eat.
Yeah. But thank you for sitting on the chair.
No problem, man. I know
It
you
was
wanted. I
either
know you
going to be
wanted.
you or one of the fairies, and if it was one of the fairies, oof.
The fairy wouldn't have been as climactic, you know.
No.
It wouldn't have been. I'm kind of glad I failed, to be absolutely honest with you.
Yeah. That's not the best roll.
Oh yeah, I rolled a 2.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what happens now.
Me too.